seconds in a year, get the average consumption rate of energy on our planet. It's now 15 terawatts. 15 trillion watts is what the average rate of energy consumption is. Add it all up from all primary energy. Most studies say that even with aggressive conservation, due to population growth and economic growth, we might, in principle, hold this to double in 40 or 50 years what it is today. If we were so good at conserving energy that we held energy demand constant for the next 40 years, something the world has never done in a single year in human history, we would still need on the order of 15 or 20 trillion watts equivalent of energy to meet global demand. If you hold it at 30 terawatts, double, of course, right now 85% of that energy comes from fossil energy. Some people are worried about energy security. Others are worried about the environmental consequences of adding all that carbon dioxide from consumption of all that fossil fuel to the air. You can argue whether or not we're going to run out of fossil energy or first run out of air in which to put all that combustion product, but one way or the other, there's a gotcha there. But there is the scale issue. If you hold this to double, and then on top of that, you save as much energy as all the energy we use today combined, you still have to make 10 or 15 trillion watts of carbon-free energy, carbon-neutral energy, if you want to cut CO2 emissions to this 80% reduction within our lifetimes. So scale is important in all of energy, and it's no less important in solar. By any measure, you need to bring online something like 15 trillion watts of carbon-free power. And remember, CO2 emissions at least are cumulative. Maybe oil depletion isn't, but CO2 emissions certainly are, because the lifetime in the air is about 1,000 years or more. That means if you wait 40 more years to bring it online, you have 40 more years of emissions under your belt that simply do not go away. So that means that you have to, if your goal is to avoid that, you can pass a law of politics that says we'll delay greenhouse gas emissions until unemployment goes down X and Y, but the physics of our planet cannot be repealed, and it will not delay the rate of accumulation of that CO2 no matter what we legislate. Well, if you want to meet that gap, let's just tell you how big it is before I go on here. One, I'm not for or against, and you can see a bigger talk about mine on energy for any particular choice.